to treat our celebrities like objects. And I just want to remind everybody, my first thought when all this went down was, you know, Akira Toriyama's actual family and the people he knew and the people of Japan at large and the Japanese cast is who I'm thinking about. It's not that I don't have love and respect for American fans, but I did want to respect the public space of them to be able to articulate their feelings without, you know, the commingling of everything else, and you know what I mean. And there's a lot of, and it's a different thing for me, I think, than it is for the cast than it is for fans at large, even though we're fans in our own way. And it hit me pretty hard from a lot of perspectives, and the reason the title of this stream is Akira Toriyama Sensei Saved My Life and I Never Even Met Him is not a metaphor. It's quite literal, and I'll explain it here in a second. But what I wanted to do with everybody is I wanted everybody just want to have a moment of silence where everybody doesn't type in the chat for a second, and I wanted everybody to think about how, because here's what's astounding about this man, and he's not the only one who's been able to do this, but it's probably a handful of people on Earth who've been able to do this. Think about just what one person can do, in this case Akira Toriyama Sensei, with a pen and a staggering imagination. Just staggering. I am an ant, folks, compared to that, you know? And I can't even wrap my head around it, you know? And so what I wanted to do is just kind of take a moment of silence here in a second, and I want everybody to think about, like, how directly this art and this man and his actions by making this show and this manga especially changed your life and affected you, and how it, you know, we're all here talking to each other because of it. I can say for me personally, and I'll go into it later, I have some old school homie friends, a few from childhood and a few from my classical music days, but the vast majority, 95, 99% of every single close friend I have, and my partner, and everything you see in this room, everything is just because he decided to pick up a pen and start drawing. And if that doesn't inspire you, you know, I don't know what will. But there's a number of things I can say, but before I do that, well, we'll do this silence here in a second. I want to get a few things off my chest, but I remember, you know, Pete Townsend was talking about how a bunch of his friends had died who were famous people, you know, and it was on some interview, and he was upset because he was like, you know, you're heroes, but they're my friends, you know. And I never met him. Obviously, we were not friends, but I have met some of the Japanese cast, and I know they've got to be just, you know, I can't even imagine. And they lost one of their own, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, I wanted to respect that. Like, we all love him, and we love Japan, and we love, but they lost a national treasure for them and for the world. And so I wanted to really just take a space to grieve myself and to process it myself, and to let them have their space to process it them. And it reminds me, what I think is really beautiful, especially what Masako Nozawa is doing, I really am, you know, so blown away by her, is, you know, she said something on a panel a long time ago that came to mind, and I now understand a little bit better. And I remember she was on a panel with me, and through some broken English, she said, and it was very adorable, she said at the very end, Goku's everybody's friend. And I remember thinking, no, he's not. If he comes and messes with your planet, he'll kill you. But that's not what she meant, I don't think. I'm speculating here. I put food on my face. I said, did I not wipe up after dinner? I don't know. Or maybe that's just the shadow of my stubble growing in. I had dinner a little while ago. But and I realized that, like, while there's a lot of fighting in Dragon Ball, what's really cool about it, and think about every moment in Dragon Ball when the shit hits the fan, everybody's coming together, they're doing Spirit Bomb energy, they're collecting their Dragon Balls together. There's always a moment, even in I can't remember if it was in Battle of Gods, where everybody's just, you know, Goku, and they're all you know, everyone's together, you know, and that's really, really beautiful. Like, think about just this comic, this art, this manga, you know, it's brought countries together. Like, I'm sure, you know, Japan-American relations, like, I would even wager that, like, if for some reason we had a conflict with Japan and manga or Akira Toriyama or Dragon Ball didn't exist, I think that we could avoid conflict if had that happen. Meaning, if there was ever a problem, I feel like the art and the love and the would save us. You know, I think if we'd had manga and well, maybe there did exist during World War II and World War I think there's no big conflict. You know, I just think it would just bring everybody together. And the reason I bring that up is because this is why I'm so passionate and serious about my art. Stop giving me your money. Yeah, I don't want to. This is not monetized. Like, this is. I'm seeing people monetize on Akira Toriyama's death, and I'm disgusted by it. So, that's, you know, people, but what they're gonna do. But I guess the point is that I was talking about Masako Nozawa and how Dragon Ball just brings everybody together. Like, it's a show about fighting that brings everybody together. You know, like, I mean, it's more than a show about fighting. But when I got on, you know, when I first got on the show, I took the money I earned and I started going to therapy and working on myself and improving myself internally, just like Goku goes to the gym, et cetera, you know. And I guess that's all I want to say right now until I think of something else, because I got distracted by the chicken thighs. But the amount of love and the connection and the amount of rabid fans I've seen in the last 25 years just is a testament to the power of his storytelling ability and his ability to relay ideas visually. You know, it's funny, when I first got on the show, I knew that a lot of comic book and manga artists, you know, comic artists especially, will draw themselves into the show or into the art. And I looked at Goku and I'm like, and I saw a picture of Akira Toriyama and I was like, is he drawing himself into? I couldn't quite tell. And just out of the blue, after you know, he passed, I saw a younger picture of him and he's making this like happy, excited face. And then I saw it. I was like, holy crap, he's that's the face. That's the Goku face when he's like, you know, when he's all happy, you know, which I've seen a jillion times. And I realized that as an actor, you know, I've been channeling this character, you know, in English for 25 years. This month, by the way. And possibly part of him. And again, I don't know him personally at all. I don't even know if it's right for me to say it, but that is an extraordinary honor. I don't even think I deserve it. It's extraordinary. And could refrain from sending energy or doing things that make the chicken thighs go off just while I'm talking for a little bit. You know, I spent a lot of years in therapy and doing psycho-spiritual work and thinking about the connection of everything, and how I was a lost person when I got on the show, and I was really looking for the thing that would be my purpose in life, right? I thought it was French horn, and I was doing that for a while. And I'm not a big prayer guy. I'm a functional atheist and world's angriest Buddhist, but you know, I did a little meditation, put it out in the universe, just give me something that I could commit to, that I would treat like gold. And right after that, I auditioned for Dragon Ball, and it was my first audition, and I got the lead, which was shocking and undeserving probably. And then I decided to go hard and just commit, which is what I do with art. When I'm passionate about something, it's go 100 bajillion% or go home. And that was true on French horn. It's true on Dragon Ball as well. It's just how and you know, some people think I take it too seriously, and then I go, well, that's why I'm good at it.